You in moderator view? Why are you in moderator view on my fucking thing, man?
Because I can be.
The amount of porn that I just saw on your fucking thing. Okay, let me bring up camera for the chatting scene.
Yeah, I look like
And
shit
we should
today.
be all good. Oh god. You look like shit, dude.
Mhm.
I worked out this morning and I looked at myself in the mirror naked. I don't like doing that. It's not one of my favorite pastimes.
Because you remember how small you are?
No, because it takes up too much room. But hello everybody.
I mean, I'm surprised. Usually it would take up the least amount of room.
You bitch. You bitch. But hello everybody. Welcome to another podcast. Let me go ahead and open this thing up if you're all good. What? Oh, hey, check. Thank you so much for the 10 little bitties.
Thank you so much for the 10 biddies on my end too.
And also you get to see, hopefully you all saw
Cthulhu.
that,
Oh my god.
ahead of Cthulhu.
Hey, Cthulhu,
I
what's
told
up?
you, I updated my alerts, man.
I hate it.
I got Tiger Cubs, I got Cthulhu stuff, I've got Dragon Ball Z and a Naruto thing.
Oh, of course you do.
Yeah, I got a lot of things. Oh, classy! Thank you for the 100 little bitties.
Wow, no biddies for me. I see how it is. Anyway.
Fuck off, Carson.
All right.
Fuck off. You
all
have
right, go ahead and get started.
You have boxes you can live in over there. Okay, I have cats I need to take care of.
You have a couch in the background that you can live in.
I can't live in. Actually, there is a zipper I could easily crawl inside. But
it's like a tauntaun.
Classy, thank you once again
all
for
right,
the
I see how it is. All right, you know what?
Cause he whined.
All right, you know what? I see how it is. Fine. Whatever. Fine. Fine.
So let me go ahead and start this up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of Have a Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jason or Smiling Tiger. Also have Carson here or Explodacy. Also the host of this podcast. We generally just talk about things that enter our brain fazzles. I don't know why I said that word.
You will no longer be using that word.
We just fazzle it out and we see what goes about it. Yeah, you tell me not to use it, I'm gonna use it. You're
just gonna keep using it.
But yeah, or Explodacy.
No. Fuck right
but
off.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for coming on in. You can catch us live at twitch.tv/Explodacy or twitch.tv/SmilingTiger. But thank you all for joining us. Carson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I got my VR headset.
Yeah. How's that working?
Well, streaming is a pain in the ass, but I absolutely love using it.
By the way, I want to keep us family friendly real quick. I want to keep us family friendly.
Yeah,
real quick. So
God,
I'm just gonna use
son of
I'm just gonna use that. Check, I beat you to it.
So I have the on YouTube you can't see it, but I have an Oculus Rift S that arrived yesterday, and I absolutely love using it. I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber.
How much space you got there? Because you seem like what I had to deal with when I lived in basically a dorm apartment.
All right, so I'm gonna stand up real quick so you can kind of see. To
let all the viewers at home
from my bed,
that can't see it. It's not much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. 5.5 feet.
Oh, 5.5 inches is about average. So, you know,
so
it's not bad.
I don't got a lot, and it's more my guardian space is more long ways than more wide than it is tall.
Discontinuing the Rift. What do you mean? Oh, do you mean that they're going with the Quest completely? Check.
Or he possibly means that the Rift itself, they stopped selling the Rift model.
Oh, yeah, because I still have the normal Rift where there's sensors. I have one there, and then I think you can sort of see it above my collectibles in between posters right there. I still have 3, and the problem with me is what I have is actually a decent amount of space. But not so much this way. So literally where I am, the middle of my area is over here. This is the middle of my space.
Right.
So if I go over here, I'm gone. And so I have to figure out how to get my mic to like catch me still.
Dear God.
From what I'm hearing, they are going in favor of the Quest 2 that can also play Rift PC. Yeah, so I mean, as long, I didn't look into it, but as long as they make sure that the playtime is longer than 2 hours, I'm excited for that. I'm honestly excited. I would love to be able to have a headset that didn't rely on the sensors. Although I do know that the Vive is still... I mean, I don't think... Has Quest 2 come out yet? Or is it just pre-order right now?
I think it's pre-order right now.
I think Vive is still considered the top tier.
I think the only thing I don't really like is the controllers for the Oculus. Because they just feel so small.
Yours are different from mine. So yours is literally basically the opposite of mine.
What do you mean?
I hold it like this.
Oh, that's awful.
So yours is literally this thing is wrapped around the other way.
I wonder why it's that way.
I think yours can sense where your hand is, your fingers go a bit more.
Yeah, probably. It's not like the index where I can like flip them off.
You look so shorter. I know. Listen here, I'm a very short person. Here, I'll make myself taller. Wait, no. Hold on. Wait, I can only aim down for so much before it looks even more like I'm trying to compensate. Wait. Angel, you've made me feel self-conscious.
But I've been enjoying it. I'm playing a lot of Beat Saber right now. Oh, there's a headphone jack in this thing. What? I just realized that. Huh.
Hi, Carson.
Hello. I didn't even know there was a headphone jack in my headset.
I'm a child now.
It's right there. I don't know.
Okay, that's the other thing that pisses me off. What the fuck you mean you don't have earbuds? Hold on. Let me show you what the fuck I'm working with.
I don't got earbuds.
See, like a normal thing, I have fucking headphones that cover my fucking ear holes.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have...
Why?
I have right there. That's where the sound comes from. This little spot right here.
But that's not over your ears.
Oh, that's why they have the headphone jack.
I think they did that because people wanted to be able to use their own headphones if they chose, and so it didn't like get in the way.
To be fair, I don't think I could really use like these.
You'd be surprised. There are some that actually fit with it. Those headphones look uncomfortable. They are not uncomfortable, but they are not comfortable.
I'm still messing around with like the clarity and stuff, trying to figure that out mostly.
Yeah, for me, I know that like I'm right on the border of I should wear glasses for it. And I don't know why. Literally, I'm just like, well, the screen is far away. No, the screen is right fucking here in front of my goddamn face. How can I not see it? Why is everything so blurry? So I'm on the complete far side where I need to have it adjusted perfectly, completely set, and all the way over. And then I need to blink 20 times, and then I'll be able to see a picture.
Mine is just like a button, and it slides in and out, and I just got to make sure it's really close to my face when I do it, just because anything else is really uncomfortable. Like I have trouble keeping it on my head, and I think part of it is because I don't have the head strap.
Oh my god. Perfect. I just realized
what?
When I was doing Skyrim VR, I literally needed to make the text a little bit bigger to be able to fully read it. in it when I'm playing on stream, people are gonna just see me literally turn into Leo. Okay, now let me no bigger. The Raiders are here.
Welcome to the podcast where we just kind of just talk about VR.
Oh, if the two of you are still in need of a VR game, I recommend the Unspoken Acolytes.
Unspoken
The
Acolytes.
hell is that?
I don't know.
Unspoken Acolytes. Well, that is a game
Oh yeah, of
by
course it's a game.
Insomniac, which is
Oh, man.
always a trustworthy team. So interesting. Free update for existing players. Okay. Give Tiger glasses. I had glasses. I just don't always need them. It's just with VR, apparently I do. If I'm watching TV, I do. If I'm in front of my computer, I'm good. I say as I suddenly have to blink 10 times. Hello, I'm here to preach about our great Lord and Savior Plod. Yes, I would like 10 transcripts of the Plod Bible, please.
I also found out how to add songs onto Beat Saber, so I've just been going crazy with adding music.
There is no reason to use the to buy.
You know that all their
the song packs.
if you buy their song pack, like all their song packs, it is $103.
That's where I have an issue. That it's exactly the same way with Rocksmith, which let me just take a moment to tell people about Rocksmith. If you or a loved one have ever wanted to play guitar, but you have only ever played Guitar Hero.
Yep.
There is a simple solution for you. Get Rocksmith. Seriously, fucking get Rocksmith. I played guitar for since I was about 6 years old. I've been playing guitar. When Rocksmith first came out, I was very skeptical about it. Literally, you hook up your guitar with an amp to a USB to your computer, to your console, whatever thing you have it on, and it teaches you how to play real guitar. Not only do they have real songs that you can just go ahead and skip right to if you feel confident enough, but there's a lot of learning lessons and everything that you could go through to get to it. There are things that fuck with it. Whenever it's telling me to do a little bendy bend, it says go fuck yourself. But like literally, I'm not just bending it. It's just like, oh Jesus. It's trying to get me to reach the guitar G spot, and that's hard enough in normal life. But it really has helped me keep my skills going, and it's helped my sister and two of my friends literally learn real guitar. So right. I'm just gonna shout that out. But no, it's exactly like with that. They kept saying buy these song packs, buy these song. I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend $300 on a $60 game. I'm going to download music that I already own and learn those.
Also, I don't know if people have realized on my side, I took down my green screen, so I'd actually have room for VR.
Listen, man, sacrifices have to be made. Do you see this empty space over here? Well, not empty anymore. There used to be swords there. Literally $20,000 worth of swords were right there
in
my corner. No. I listen, that those swords have a dear place in my heart. When I first got the money from when my mom passed, instead of college, I bought swords, and it was my way of grieving 6 years after the fact.
I like it's like I could pay for college to further my education.
I still did pay for college, but
well, you know what I mean. Like I could save this money and use it for like something more important, or I could buy these swords.
Listen here, I made a good choice. But I had to store all of those under a bed now. They're literally under a bed and blocked off from the cats, so the cats don't skitter under there and cut themselves. Almost none of them are sharp, but there's a few that are sharp. So you gotta be very careful about that. So now, but the reason I did that was because I needed to sacrifice that room for working out and exercising.
And next, suddenly,
And
you
we
know,
still
Cat's
haven't
gonna
gotten our fucking treadmill.
next thing you know, Cat's gonna run out like paw gone from the
No,
sword.
I'm pretty sure I'd hear that. We have a cage for our rats.
Mhm.
And it's a really good cage. The cats really can't get in there. Has Cat hissed at Carson yet? No, Shenron would never hiss at anybody, even a little bitch like Carson.
Didn't you say if Shenron
also-
hisses at someone, you're immediately like, all right.
Oh no, the people think that's a fucking joke. That's the truth. If somebody walks into my house and they're just like, "Hi, Jason, I would really like to meet you," like. The joke was, if back when I was single, I always have to preface it with this now because I'm in a very committed extended relationship. If Lisa Ann walked in through my door and said, "I want to fuck," if Shenron hissed at her, I'm drop kicking her out the door. I'm not allowing her near me.
Like WWE, like drop kick.
I'm just gonna full
From the
send
top rope,
right
by God!
out.
By God! By God! As God is my witness, he has broken her in half. I just picture you with like the Dudley Boy glasses, like, Devon, get the table.
Cat literally pulls out a table.
Yeah, and you get her up and just with that crazy look like a fucking yeah, like fucking Dudley used to get and just power bomb her through it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
That's what I picture.
But no, like that's a real thing. I stand by that. He officially also has turned 14 years old. For a cat that last year, literally on his birthday, was in the vet for congestive heart failure.
Right.
That's not bad. They generally only have 3 to 18 months, so hopefully he beats that. But you know, it's an on and off thing.
We hope and pray.
Mm,
Okay, maybe you don't.
hope. Listen, I pray to Cthulhu.
Well, you can still pray then. What the fuck? Just because you pray to something else doesn't mean you don't pray. What the hell?
Hold on. What if I actually had an area in my room? It's like a
Off
full,
screen, just off
there's
the side.
A Necronomicon, like people it just veers over and you just see it like a full summoning circle.
I just picture just suddenly just hearing. It's like what?
Oh, just so you know,
fuck?
I always planned in GTA RP, if I ever killed Leo, I would never perma him.
Right.
I would wait for a time to suddenly go through the area playing Cthulhu Rises on a radio and wearing a mask and everything. And then having it where Cthulhu literally
I have
Leo
thought
back.
about I have thought about like
100% was planning on that.
well, I have thought about before faking Ted's death.
Leo would help with that.
Like, because I think it would be interesting RP where Ted kind of goes off and picks up a new name, using his voice acting skills to become someone new to get away from the life he had.
And then occasionally his voice just breaks through.
Oh yeah, well he can't hold it for very long. He's not like the perfect voice actor, but like, so it'd just be like, and you know, well, I mean,
and then suddenly you just hear in the distance, Ted, come on, let's go. I mean, Frank, let's go.
Wait, Ted? No, you have the wrong man.
No, I had a senile. I'm senile.
Yeah, it would work though. It would work though. It would work. Like, I'll say, hey, Tasha.
Oh, you want to know what would be the easiest way? If Leo constantly kept calling you Ted. Just make it so he officially calls you Ted. And the thing is, whenever somebody's like, so are you Ted? No. He just lost somebody close to him. And I'm just here to fill that void, apparently.
Ted, get your ass over here.
And sometimes I use that voice to make him feel at ease. You know, I'm trying to be nice.
Even though it actually is Ted.
Yeah.
He's just like, and you'll never know.
What was that?
Nothing. What? I mean, nothing.
Oh, okay. I feel there was something that you just did.
Oh, no.
Oh, my bad. I apologize.
I like to think that that Ted forgets, and then Leo has to remind him.
Hey, Frank.
What?
Frank, remember Frank?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Ted is adult SpongeBob voice. Yes. Which,
I mean,
by the way, so
no, I'm not Tasha.
this will be a topic. D&D streaming.
Right.
Stuff. D&D. When I was growing up, when I was a lad, Mandan, how are you? When I was a lad, if you played D&D, you were a fucking nerd.
But now being a nerd is cool.
And then you were beat up a lot.
The thing is, being a nerd now is cool. Like, everyone's just like, oh yeah, I'm such a nerd, and it's just like, when did this become okay?
And for those that don't know, there's such a thing called the Satanic Panic, which is when they literally blamed everything on D&D. We saw this guy. He did kill himself.
Wasn't there a movie that JonTron reviewed called like Darkest Dungeons?
Oh my god, if anybody wants to fucking watch that, search JonTron Darkest Dungeon or D&D thing. Like, it is amazing. It is hysterical. It is phenomenal. To go back to the old days where I could beat up Carson. I'm still a nerd. I am 100% a nerd. Not many people are going to walk around with the Triforce literally on their hand. I don't know how well you can see it. There it is. There it is. But
It's a little faded. Look, it looks like one of those like from the pack
it's
tattoos.
Faded, yeah.
Like it looks like one of those that you have to put the rag on.
Dude, seriously,
like
you aren't supposed to get your tattoo wet for like 3 days. Am I supposed to not wash my hands for 3 fucking days
Apparently,
or something?
Yeah. No, but yeah, I like you wake up every morning, slap like a pack tattoo on there, and just put the rag on it. Just like
that was actually a hysterical thing. I was working at GameStop in my second year. What the hell was his name? Casey, I think. Came up to me.
Calling out Casey, I see.
He found out like that I actually have that I had other tattoos. I usually hide the Assassin's Creed tattoo that's on my wrist. And there not many people can see the Rebel insignia one. So but I'm just like, everybody knows about this one though. Everybody knows I can't hide that one. And he just like, so I got a question for you. You have other real tattoos, right? Yeah. Is that one real? Yeah. We've been working together for like 2 years. I honestly thought you just like markered it on every morning. I'm just like, what?
I mean, that sounds like something you would do. I just like the picture. It's fucking your girlfriend's just like, what are you doing, babe? Wait, I need to get it right.
Rebel scum. I am rebel scum. Okay.
Until like even today, I like to think that you're just like, babe, I need to get this right. Just wait. Fuck! I fucked up the triangle.
I am rebel scum. However, I will say the trailer, the cinematic trailer stuff. Don't look under Tiger's bed. No, we don't have anything bad under our bed. There's a specific drawer in our dresser for that.
He has markers under his bed,
but
all yellow and faded,
and they smell like Fruit Loops. When I was watching the Rogue Squadron, or not Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Squadrons, which is a game that I'm definitely gonna get. I just wish it was actually full VR controls.
Right.
And I felt for the Imperial guy. I'm just like, why the fuck do I keep rooting for this Imperial? He's an imp. I don't like the Empire. They are horrible human beings. Why am I rooting for this Imperial right now?
I honestly, so to go back to Beat Saber real quick, I realized just how bad of anime trash I am, because I have the Sword Art Online opening from the very first anime as one of the songs, and I'm just like,
I'm sorry, who are you calling the anime trash?
I'm calling myself anime trash.
This is my mouse pad
Hey, but that's
for my
tasteful.
streaming
That's
computer.
tasteful. Sword Art. There's nothing redeemable about Sword
Her
Art
tits
Online.
are faded. Yes, her tits are faded. You know where my wrist goes the entire time that I'm using it? She is 14. We don't talk about that.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, look.
Listen. This is Yoko later on in Gurren Lagann. Okay, this is Yoko later on. Okay,
But like,
that's
Sword
my
Art,
excuse.
But Sword Art Online is like that anime that is, for me, it's like a guilty pleasure because everyone trashes on it. But in all honesty, it's really not as bad as people say it is.
Oh no,
it's actually really good.
Back to what I was talking about. So D&D now with Critical Role and one-shot questers and others have obviously made a name, but there's also a show that's been on the air that focuses on like really playing it, and that is Harmon Quest, a show that I absolutely love, I absolutely adore. What the hell was my point of talking about D&D again? It had something to do with Harmon Quest. It had something to do with something. What the hell was I?
Streaming. You were talking about streaming.
Streaming. Harmon Quest. There was something there. There was something there. It used to be frowned on. Oh God, my brain. Why did it shut down? No.
It's like the picture.
I had an actual topic to get into. Damn it, we went off the rails too much.
We always do that though.
Son of a whore. Okay, what were we talking about right before that? You're talking about something.
You're talking about I don't know.
Rip your thought process. Yeah, oh no. There was anime.
You're talking about D&D as like Darkest Dungeons and people looking down upon it.
I can't remember. Oh, what do you think about people that are basically getting into D&D as, I don't want to say as a way to capitalize on a general movement or anything like that, but just as like people that may have used to mock it that just jump on board to it and start to enjoy it, because guess what? D&D is fun.
Honestly, it's one of those things where like, yeah, people were assholes and like treating people like shit because they did like it. But I also feel like it shouldn't be gatekept from people like that, because they are exploring new interests and stuff, and it allows them to kind of empathize.
See, that's what I honestly want more people to actually be on board with. There's people that I've talked to that literally used to bully kids. They are not that type of person anymore, but they used to be that person that would mock you if they saw you playing D&D or anything. And they started to play it just because they saw one of their favorite actors play it and talk about it.
I like how it's the actors that fucking turn it. It's just like, well,
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just like how it's always that. It's like, well, you know, if John Cena thinks it's cool, then I guess I'll try it.
Like,
also, if John Cena ever plays D&D, I demand that he plays the Invisible Man because we can't see him.
I remember this crappy movie made to say D&D was it. That is the JonTron thing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
That's
Darkest
the
Dungeon.
JonTron one. It's amazing. Look up the JonTron review of that. It's hysterical.
No one thinks John Cena is cool. Carson, get out 2002. Well, look. I mean, if he wasn't one of the best professional wrestlers right now, then I would. But
no. I honestly, like, because I found myself thinking about this a bit recently with the whole Pokimane doing some VTuber type thing. I've watched VTubers for a little around a year now, and I've enjoyed it. not everybody is everybody's cup of tea and whatnot, but people are attacking Pokimane for jumping on board with it when she literally used to mock people. I personally think the best way to go about it, and what I wish people that got onto D&D, got onto anything like that, and find out that they enjoy it, I honestly wish they would just make a little statement saying, I used to mock this. And to everybody that I mocked, I'm sorry.
Well, you know they're never going to do that.
Because I honestly do find it a little hypocritical when somebody says, I don't enjoy... I don't want to rag on her specifically because she actually went about it, in my opinion, the best way, minus the apology. But she said, I like to think she is big braining and trying to see if she will lose her sim supporters for real supporters. Well, I mean, what she did talk about was the fact that she did lose some of her fans whenever she would stream when she wasn't wearing makeup or anything like that. And so she had her camera off, and this is a way to still have her camera on without necessarily appearing on it. But she doesn't fit the term, the definition of VTuber because she still is on camera most of the time.
Yeah.
Whereas VTubers like
now personally,
Mouse,
I feel
which
like
is going to be my shout out today. Iron Mouse, seriously, look her up. She is amazing. She's
surprised you didn't go to like. I am surprised you didn't go the melody route.
She's more like a 3D cartoon one, right?
Yeah. Well, there are different types of VTubers. Like my friend Leafitchy had a 3D one, but she moved into 2D.
I personally just recommend Iron Mouse just because not only is she wholesome without anywhere being close to wholesome, she honestly is just a good person. She is mainly bedridden. She is a bubble girl, basically by lack of other terminology. And she just it's fun to watch. I enjoy. I will simp for her, okay? I will fucking say it. I am simping. I don't care. But I just, what Pokimane actually said once was, it's hard to take somebody that criticized her. It's hard to take this person seriously when you have yourself on camera as an anime guy and nobody can ever see your real face.
Yeah.
Hard to take you seriously. And I'm just like, when you do things like that, go ahead and make a little apology, because she said more than that a few times. She shouted everybody out. She gave credit where credit is due for other people. She said specifically, I'm not the one that does this. I'm not the one that starts this. Go search other people out.
However, I do feel
I
like
wish she had apologized.
She won't, because she feels like she has nothing to apologize for. At the end of the day, I do feel as though she is jumping on a trend that is starting to gain that traction. Now, whether or not, she ultimately has this what's the word, innocent side to it, she's still also looking at it from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
This VTuber stuff is starting to pick up. It's starting to get views. At the end of the day, it would be a bad business decision for her not to jump in on it at some point. Yeah. Whether or not she has already shown her face.
Her character has always been, like, her personality has always attributed itself close to cartoonish.
Exactly, and that's the act that she puts on screen.
Her VTube avatar is very much more cartoony than anime, which is what a lot of VTubers are. They go a lot more anime-esque. She went much more Disney-esque, or not Disney, American animation, I guess, is the best way to call it.
But again, I still believe she is still jumping on this trend. She is still getting on the trend, whether or not, again, that it's for a good reason. She's still doing it.
Yeah, I have no problem with her jumping on the trend. I just wish, because think about it like this: when Among Us came out and everybody started to stream it, is it called jumping on the trend if you just enjoy it and you stream it? Because there is a part of me that wonders how many people are seen as jumping on a trend when literally they saw something, they thought it was interesting, and they decided, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
I think
it's hard to know motive in that situation.
I think so. For me
But
personally,
she did
the
say
way
specifically that she has seen a drop in viewers when her webcam's down, and so she's doing this in place of not having a webcam.
which is where the business.
So it's a
standpoint comes
business.
from.
It's a pure business move. Which I mean, as Mandan said, she's playing the game, and I wish I could play it as well.
She's playing the game really well. Like she's.
Yes.
But
I just wish she apologized.
now, what I attribute to jumping on a trend is ultimately it not being part of your content. So say I am someone that absolutely hates like Call of Duty shooters, you know, and again, and personally, I'm not a big fan of them. I'll play like Warzone and stuff because I can play that with friends and have stupid fun. But I don't enjoy them specifically. Now, say this big Call of Duty game came out that was like getting millions upon millions of people, and then I was just like, fuck yeah, I'll jump on that trend, get some views for myself. That is how I attribute. Now, if I've shown that I enjoy a game, like if I've enjoyed a Call of Duty and I just got the game because I was like, oh, this would be fun to play. If it's not part of your content and it suddenly becomes part of your content, that's where I attribute jumping on the trend. And I believe that she is jumping on this trend because it was not part of her content before. You know, whether or not
it's hard to say if it wasn't necessarily part of her content because
the
it
VTuber
only
part
recently
ultimately
started to.
But VTubers have been around for.
VTubers have been around, but not many people know about them.
Now it's suddenly starting to get popular. My thing is like,
It's like the fact that literally one of my friends thinks that Nicki Minaj invented twerking.
Oh boy.
I'm just like, bitch, if you looked at my search history when I was 13 before Nicki Minaj was a thing, you would see twerking in that YouTube search history because I was boy and that's all I had. There wasn't a P-Hub. That's all I had.
But like it's again like it is partly jumping on a trend while and whether or not she could have done it much better. She could have done it in a much better way rather than like slowly introducing it, like saying like, hey, I'm gonna start trying this out.
Well, that's sort of what she's doing. Like she's still using her webcam most of the time.
That's fine.
She's
And I'm
just
not saying
letting
like
people know.
And yeah, and that's fine. But I feel like she could have done it in a better way rather than just straight out doing it. Like,
I mean, the main reason why I say that I think she did it in the best way, minus an apology to those that she mocked before that.
But she's not going to apologize to that because she's already apologized for other things.
But she fully credited every single artist that worked on her stuff. She reached out to other VTubers to ask how they do it and to ask what's the best way to go about it.
I mean, when you go at someone and say
a business move,
like when you go at someone and say that they're hiding behind an avatar, like the
that's
it's
where
a Gundam
I'm saying,
situation.
like, yeah, that's where I'm saying that she should have made.
That's where it feels like that's where it feels like it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
well, she
really?
apologized mocking people as a whole, but at the same time, I still feel that when you go ahead and you do something that you mocked more than one person for doing, Mufin just put down, I believe she apologized.
Oh yeah, I see your chat.
Yeah, she apologized as a whole. But I still feel when you do something specifically that you mocked people for,
you're a hypocrite. You come off as a hypocrite.
Down an entire group of people by saying it's hard to take you seriously when you don't show your face. Like that thing, I think honestly, she should just say like this is where I would have been completely fine with it. I know I used to mock it in the past. I'm sorry for that. I actually really enjoy this. That's all somebody has to do. It like exactly like when one of my friends that was streaming always bashed Fortnite. And then he ended up playing Fortnite and he liked it. He's just like, I am legitimately sorry for everybody I mocked. This whole apology stuff is total bullshit. The people you apologize to are just as guilty in different forms. No, Mandan. No, like, I'm sorry, but I don't think that anybody necessarily 100% deserves an apology. But when you specifically mock somebody, when you specifically attack an entire community of people, and then you jump on board to that community, acting like you never mocked them, that's where I have the issue. Exactly like how if you jump on board with can't know if people privately apologize to anybody. That's true. But when you publicly attack a community, when you publicly criticize a community, I truly believe that you should do a little apology when you then become part of that community. You shouldn't try to make gains off of a community that you personally attacked and then join. It's a very I'm not asking for a big thing. I'm not asking for donations to people. I'm not asking for any, just a simple I mocked this in the past and I'm sorry. That's all I ask.
Let's say a situation where suddenly, you know, attacking people's sponsors were a thing, which
she fully apologized for that. She fully apologized for that.
Well, I'm using this as a situation, like a hypothetical. Say that attacking people's sponsors became the norm, like HDH3 and Keemstar started doing, and then you say, oh no, that's a horrible thing to do, but then someone calls you out, and you suddenly decide, all right, let's go after his sponsors. That's kind of what happened in a sense. Well, she did apologize for it. That is basically kind of what happened. Like, she was just like, totally want to put my, you know, my name on that one, and I'm just like, all right, cool. So you basically,
but the good thing is that she fully apologized specifically for that. She named that in an apology,
and that's good.
Which is all I ask. I'm not asking for a big thing.
I'm not asking for a 30-minute video where it's just like, where she's going on about how,
like, for example, what PewDiePie did when he said the word that would normally cancel anybody else completely. He made a legitimate apology for that. And that's all anybody can really ask. Just an apology. But when you say something like that, when you do something that attacks an entire group of people publicly, you should apologize. If you specifically attack one person, like Carson, let's say, for example, I attacked you.
Yep.
Okay, I fully actually went at your throat. You came over, you kicked my cat.
Yep. I punt that fucker.
Yes. You full on Alinidid.
And afterwards, I screamed goal.
Yeah. If you did that, first of all, I would probably just gut you. But
let's say you let me off with a warning.
Yeah. Let's say time has passed. Turns out my cat likes being kicked. I don't know. Listen. This little shit right here, to be honest, when he was a lot younger, he actually enjoyed being slightly tossed onto my bed and would come back to me and ask for it again. Now I can't do it because he's older and I don't want to hurt him. But if you did that, and I went on a full rant about you, trying to cancel you in every regard online, and I did that publicly.
Yep.
I would be okay in that situation if that was handled privately,
right,
between the two of us, because it was handled. I only attacked one person. I didn't go after anybody else. I went after one person. It then turns into a reach out, just like a, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Let's work out our differences. Doesn't need to be public.
Right.
If I went after an entire group publicly, I can't go around doing that privately. I should still do it privately if I personally attacked anybody in that, but I should also make an apology to that group. And Tiger loves hurting his cats. No, never. I love my little pussies. Where are my other ones? Oh, hey, Moose. Hi, Moose.
No, but yeah, it's a situation of I thought you were gonna go a completely different route where you were just gonna go and be like, and then I get on you about punting my cat, and I turn around and punt my own cats.
But it's really a thing where basically, you don't need to make a huge deal about the apology. You don't need to make a huge thing. But if you attack an entire group of people trying to destroy their group, trying to demean them, especially when you have a very large audience, you have to understand that the things that you say, the things that you do as a creator, as an influencer, has impact.
Yep.
And so even if you didn't tell your fans to go and do something, there have been VTubers that were attacked because of things other people have said about them.
Right.
Just like, oh, you're too afraid to show your face. Oh, you're a little fucking
Can I point out
being an anime? Like,
can I point out how the entire fucking the entire Pokemon situation has basically ruined the word simp?
well, I mean, that was bound to happen.
And then, well, it's like everyone
was out there for a bit.
Well,
and
the problem is, simp is now such an overused thing that its meaning is no longer what it means. It's like, this, are you slightly, being nice to a woman? Simp.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what a simp is. It's just being nice.
Yeah.
Simp! You're a simp!
Now, there are times when it's used actually beautifully. Like what I've seen some streamers do when they target somebody in their chat that continuously is like being a little toxic, that they banned or timed out a few times. They then go through their chat log on their thing. Tyler, I think, did one that was beautiful where it kept on being the same thing. Like the person kept on asking to see Tyler's wife in the background, have her come back, treat her nicely, blah 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 blah, all of this stuff. And he just like, listen, fucking stop being a goddamn simp here, okay? She's never gonna love you, she's never gonna talk to you, she's never gonna fuck you. Stop. You're a fucking simp. Stop. And I'm just like, see, that's when it's done beautifully.
So honestly,
that's when it's done beautifully.
Yeah, so my friend Kaylee Lifuchi has a bit of a simp of her own, or I guess in this case, kind of a stalker.
Oh, well.
So let me explain.
Stalker and simp is very fucking different.
Well,
one is they'll give you everything and never expect anything in return.
Well, this guy's a bit masochistic. Let me explain. So there's this person who keeps, and if you watch my streams every now and then, if I'm hanging out with Kaylee or if I'm live randomly, you'll see someone has followed me by the name of and I don't give a fuck about naming the thing because they're just annoying, by the name of Sans something. Like their name always generally starts with Sans or Persona. They're the same person making several accounts just to follow either me or Kaylee until he's eventually banned. And then he just makes more accounts. I have banned 15 accounts from this person.
Oh, was this when we were doing Among Us? And you said
I whispered the highest,
just
being
needed
like,
to ban somebody real quick in both yours and her chat.
Yup. That was the person. 15 accounts to each of us.
No, Frank, you don't want to be Moofin Stalker because she 100% is like engulfed in flames right now. So just leave her alone. Let her become a ghoul.
Yeah, that's me, bro. All right, cool. I fixed it.
Easy clap. Easy clap.
Easy clap. That was simple. That was cool.
Oh, okay, we got a murderer right here. Who did it? Oh, yo, me. Oh, shit.
Well, damn.
Here's the thing, Frank. I can't do anything to the goddamn light. I have it on the lowest setting. The lowest setting.
That was
nothing
great.
I can do.
That was great. That's probably like the best. That was the easiest ban I've ever had on Twitch. God damn.
Oh my god, that was. Whew.
Are you okay, Jason?
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
You sound like you need a cigarette.
Glorious. Oh my god.
You sound like you need a cigarette after that.
Oh man, I've never hit the peak that quick. It was, oh boy. Okay, you know what, Frank? You want overexposed?
With how quickly that happens.
And now I'm a ghost.
Like that was like we were just talking about the person. He's like, oh hey, that's me. All right, bye. Later. Cool. Thanks for outing yourself. So there you go. There's that person where they basically like to make several different accounts, and
that should be better.
I'm getting a phone call.
Still slightly overexposed.
Is
it the guy? Is it the guy?
It might. Let's see if I die. I'll be back.
Frank, let's not go there. Let's not go there, Frank. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. I'm just gonna delete that one. I'm just gonna delete that one. I'm fine with some of the jokes. And don't get me wrong, I side with you on where a lot of certain people on that area are. But no. No. It was not a joke. He said something about hoods, Moofin. He said something about hoods. Let's go with that. Yeah, Frank, you got me by crossing a line. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Just in terms of in private, it's amusing to joke about it, but there are some people that watch things and they believe that shit. And I don't want anybody like that following me or being a fan of me or anything like that because they think that I actually am that. I don't want that. I did not want that. Okay, so Carson is there. So we need some shares in chat. First of all, in his thing. Secondly, how do I entertain people? How do I entertain people? How do I do things? Okay. Oh, I know. So my girlfriend recently got me a couple pop figures. She's a huge fan of pop figures. So she got me two in particular. One that I hold in a little higher, a little higher in regard than others. But one of them that she just got me is, let me see, is it better up close or, yeah, because then it dims it. Ron Swanson. I got me a Ron Swanson.
Sorry about that. That was my mother.
The second one that I have, hold on, I'm entertaining chat.
Okay. I can't get over how hard you laugh.
I got myself a Stan Lee.
I don't even know where my Goku one is. I got like an exclusive like Goku one that's like Super Saiyan shit.
Nice.
And I love it. It's like the only like real exclusive one I have. I have a Piccolo. So I have a Piccolo one, and he doesn't like to stand up. Like every time I stand him up, he falls over. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
I do have. Let me see if I can angle this correctly. Shenron Dragon right in the corner there.
Oh damn.
I actually have a few dragons. The first dragon that I ever got was Now I'm gonna ask you, Carson. You know one of my best friends and whatnot, so I'm gonna ask you.
Mm-hmm.
And he even realized it when he got it to me. He's just like, I understand that this doesn't help the case. That Can you tell which one of my friends got me this one? My gay best friend. It is sparkly and glittery, and he's just like, okay, so I got this because I thought it looked really cool. And it wasn't until I bought it that I realized that I'm not helping my case, that gay people only like sparkly, glittery things. And I'm just like...
so I want to tell you something that I wanted to do as a kid. Well, when I was younger, and people, when I told this to people, they're like, oh, that's kind of cute in a way. And I'm just like, all right, first off, shut up, because I'm not. But so I got 7 Dragon Balls. Like, I ordered them, and they came like in a pack, except the box kind of broke and shit. So they're just kind of like rolling around in a box. I have you. I see you're ready for that fucking sound. No, so what I wanted to do was, when I had like close enough friends, like give them one of them, and just like as like a memento, if that makes sense. As like something to, if we end up no longer speaking, something to remember me by.
Yeah.
And so that was, I have like 6 of them to give to friends at some point. I am keeping the 4-star because...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mandon, you're only half. Like, what are you doing here, jumping in here? Like, you're only half, man.
It doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, man. I forgot. You don't exist.
But yeah, and I only ended up
What does that make Carson then if I'm only half?
a faker.
Yeah.
Do you not understand?
No,
I am
Lufin, you don't exist either.
like, I am the gayest straight guy.
Dragon cat suit.
You'll probably
Angel,
meet.
you just gave me a goddamn idea. If I ever, now that I got the cam thing going and whatnot, if I ever set up a very awkward stream where I try to find my fursona. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
But yeah.
No, I'm planning on getting a tattoo, not of on my full back, but up here, going down the right side towards my middle back, of Shenron coming out of the Dragon Balls. I haven't decided if I want him coming out of the Dragon Balls or the Dragon Balls floating around him. That's what I plan on getting. I don't have anything to ever give friends, except collectibles.
Carson, don't hold on to that title hard. I called myself the straightest gay guy, and now look at me. Well, you know. Well, now you're just gay.
If you aren't straight, Frank, you don't. No, move it. It's not if you aren't straight.
It's if you're bisexual.
It's just, we talked about this. My friend. So here's an interesting thing. My friend and I talked about everybody that we went to school with. My friend was in a group of a lot of nerdy people and whatnot. I was in a different nerdy. He was more in the anime nerdy, which I was a part of to an extent. I was more the D&D, Star Wars nerdy.
You nerd.
And yup. And he joked about the fact that literally half that friend group was bisexual in high school, which again, when you're discovering your sexuality, you're discovering who you are and whatnot, things change. They happen all the time. So if you feel one way
if you were gay
a few years ago and you start feeling different, that's fine. But he joked about the fact that literally every single person that he knew back then that claimed to be bisexual ended up going full gay or full straight.
There was no in between.
To develop, mainly the guys. He started to develop a idea that gay people or bisexual people just didn't exist.
They're just
though
curious.
He knew that they were. He's literally a very vocal speaker in the gay community. He's done a lot of talks and whatnot. But
so what you're saying is, they're in the in between. They're not.
Well, hold on. Then came across about 3 women that were a part of the friend group and whatnot that were still bisexual. He's just like, yeah, but you're girls in college. Things happen. I've seen the movies.
Ouch.
So even though evidence came forward, he was still just like, no.
I'm good.
But no, obviously bisexual people exist. But it's just an amusing joke that's gone on for a while. I honestly wonder. Hold on, is that guy in my chat? Hey, let me see if I can get this to happen. Hey, yo, guy that stalks. Are you in my chat?
Give me one moment. I'll be right back again.
Oh my God, Carson.
Well, you should probably start closing the podcast.
Yeah. So, even though he's supposed to close, he's supposed to be the one that closes. I don't understand. How many phones does this man have? How many phones? Okay. See cats? So this is Shenron. He just turned 14 5 days ago. 9/13. I found him when he was 9 months old. He was abandoned by a family that moved apartments. I was hanging out with my friends around his apartment complex. This kitty came up to us, mainly skin and bones, meowing, begging for food, and he recognized it as a cat that he had seen in one of his neighbor's windows a lot, that had moved out about 2 to 3 months prior. Was able to pick him up, carry him home for about a mile across 2 different busy streets. He never complained. Put him down in my basement, gave him food, gave him water, which he ate very quickly. We put up flyers. We talked to the vet. He was not chipped. He was already neutered. And he ended up not being claimed by anybody for about a week. And that was when I officially named him Shenron. And he became my bestest friend through everything. And last year, we were trying to take out his teeth. Mwah. He had earlier a tumor thing in his ear that they were able to remove that ended up being another blood clot thing or a blood filling. The vet wanted to just cut his ear off because it would have saved me $15. And I said, no, fuck you. So he just has a defective ear. He had a urinary tract infection, but last year we tried to take out his teeth because he ended up with some sort of tooth problem. And they gave him steroid shots to try to help take care of that, which did help a bit, but he started to breathe heavily. Took him in. Turns out that the steroid shots helped push him into congestive heart failure. We did scans. He's in advanced heart failure. But he is doing a bit better now. Mwah. Thanks to medicine. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
Well, we got to get going because I got to start getting ready for work.
Okay, I was waiting for you to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, people, Carson's leaving. I'm not. I have games with friends that I want to play. Carson, you close it out because I opened it.
All right, so thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that like button and follow the podcast every time you see it, so you can watch more of it and see more of me and Jason talking about stupid shit that ultimately doesn't matter, but we still like talking about it. You can follow me on twitch.tv/explodacy. You can follow me there. Turn on notifications to know whenever I go live so we can shoot the shit and do stupid things like all the time. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube, where you might be watching this podcast, where you can turn on notifications there and know whenever I post a video. There's going to be a shift in content at some point over there, so hopefully things will kind of even out at some point. You can also follow Jason twitch.tv/SmilingTiger on Twitch. You can turn on his notifications and know whenever he go live. Of course, I don't know why you would want to do that. I'm more important. You can also subscribe to him on YouTube at TSST time.
Yes.
But you
It
can
should also say Smiling Tiger in there. It won't
weird.
let me change the base
It's
name.
weird.
It won't.
However, the links are also in the description down below on YouTube. You can go check it out there. So thank you all so much for watching the podcast, and we will see you guys next time. Later, everyone.
Goodbye.
You're not going to do the ending music?
Boop-a-dee-da-boo-da-bop-bow, chicka-down, one.